Good morning, adventurers. Welcome to today's adventure of the day. I know you can't really tell based on what's in my background, but we are at Animal Kingdom today. We're going to go on Everest, Dinosaur, and the Safari. Maybe try and get on Flight of Passage. Wait times are pretty low today, so we'll see how that goes. And there's this one interesting treat that we just saw at this one at the Pizzafari place, so we're gonna get it. We'll tell you more about it when we get there, but it sounds very interesting based on the description that we read, so we're gonna dive in and tell you if it's a good or a bad thing. So let's be on our way. So it appears as though this is the only 50th merch that they have currently at the moment. And I understand why, because they are trying to save as much of it as they can for October 1st, since it is right around the corner. And it looks like to supplement for that, they put in a whole bunch of the rainbow merch, as you can see both here and over here in the center. I'm sorry. They do also have the 50 merch calendar here for $14.99. And you can see there's some of the images and everything on it. And they also have 50 reusable bags here, 3 different sizes. One large, small, and medium as of today. Also have some special 50 pens. There's the logo, one with Mickey and Minnie, Chip and Dale, Donald and Daisy, and then Goofy and Pluto. And they got a lanyard, double-sided, and then they got the starter set. It's got Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Donald on it. And then they also have a mystery pen box as well. All the different kinds. Alright, so before we dig in here, I just want to show off, we got the chicken parm sandwich for myself. Got a large Sprite for us. Jen got the sausage and pepperoni pizza here. Both come with little side salads.
It's a Caesar salad.
Caesar salad. And then this is our
Spaghetti and meatball.
This was our bizarre treat I was talking about earlier. It's a spaghetti and meatball cupcake. So the meatball up there is a legit donut hole. And then obviously the frosting is what makes up the spaghetti there. And obviously they've decked it out to look like it. So
it is so pretty.
It is very good to look at, and we will let you know once we consume it what was inside and how it tasted. So here is the cross section of the spaghetti and meatball cupcake. As you can see, Jen has to hold it up because the donut hole there is pretty top heavy. So if she's not holding it up, it will topple over and fall to the ground.
Slowly.
As it slowly is doing right now as we speak. But yeah, it definitely has the donut hole, obviously you can tell up at the top, and then it definitely has some sort of a cream filling in the middle. So we will let you know how it tastes. Alright, so we just finished our spaghetti and meatball cupcake there. What'd you think?
It was really good. It had like almost like a cannoli frost or like center cream in the middle with like little chocolate chips, and the cake was really good. It was a lot of frosting though, so I didn't finish all the frosting, but it was good. The only thing I really wasn't a fan of was the donut hole, because it kind of tasted like it was like frozen.
Yeah. Yeah, the donut hole was definitely had been sitting in the fridge or the freezer for quite some time, so it was a little hard
Which is
to eat.
understandable, because even like Dunkin' Donuts and those places, that's what they do with them. But unfortunately, it did kind of taste like it, so I knew it. But the whole thing was very good.
Yeah, definitely, like she said, if you love like really frosted cupcakes and everything like that, it's definitely a cupcake to get. I wouldn't say anything bad about it. It was definitely good. Love the creation that they did with the spaghetti and
very
meatball.
creative Disney. That was awesome.
Yeah, it really honestly looked like spaghetti and meatballs and everything, which was very artistic, which is good. So we are on our way over to Safari and see what the animals are up to today. And here we are, legit walking right into Safari. As you can see, it's only a 5-minute wait. So we are literally just walking right on. No wait whatsoever.
3,000 pounds. They're nicknamed hook-lip dinos. Of course, we're not going to be able to see this, but they have a pointed prehensile upper lip, so they're able to grab their food, their browsers, they live in the forest. Both male and female have them, and they come out of the back of the head over the neck. Helps move quickly through thick brush, basically unseen. Saddle-billed storks, they stand up about 5 feet tall and have a wingspan up to 9 feet, so they're one of the larger flighted birds living out here. They actually live and mate in pairs for life, which is kind of cool. Antelope on either side of the trunk are female greater kudu. You can see the males at either end of the spawning guides up above you. That little one, I want to say, is just about 3 months old. To be honest, that is the most I've literally ever seen it. They sleep underwater. They also nurse often underwater. And they only weigh about 50 to 100 pounds at birth, so it is very small, and it's hardly ever actually going to be visible, so it's pretty cool. Should mention, by the way, a group is called a bloat. A male can weigh up to 5,500 pounds. Cool thing, their size doesn't limit their mobility. They can even outrun humans on land. They are fast as they are. And one thing that's very interesting, they're of course herbivores or plant eaters, but are territorial and aggressive. They're 500 pounds, and their bite force against similar to hippos about 2,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. One bite can easily crush their bones. These gazelles, similar species, but they're not the same thing. They're the national animal of South Africa. They're one of the top 10 fastest land animals in the world at up to about 60 miles an hour. They're not much slower than cheetahs. And they're really good jumpers. They do this thing called pronking. They extend their nose down as about a year old. There's another, I think, that's about the same age standing. And there's also one that's sitting down right now that's about 3 to 6 months old. There's a lot of babies, by the way. I don't know the ages of all of them, but yeah, there's a baby giraffe that just laid down to it right. I'm going to hold off till we get a little bit closer to them, because we are going to literally be right next to them. Might be something. Spawning guide. Unfortunately, there's only about 7,000. They're the most endangered predator in Africa, so we're trying to protect them. Painted dogs are canine. They pant to thermoregulate, yip like a small dog, and have very good hearing, which is helpful in hunting. They're not the biggest or strongest predators, but are some of the most successful because of, and some predators even kind of learn to avoid them. Anyway, giraffe. A group is called a tower. They're the tallest animal in the world at up to about 20 feet tall. They 30 to 60 minutes of sleep a day. They get that in kind of power naps spread out throughout the day, and there are several advantages. Giving birth is actually one of them. That way they have the safety of the cover of darkness to birth and actually clean their young. They do give birth standing. That does mean the baby will drop to the ground several feet, about 4 feet maybe. That doesn't harm them, and it is actually necessary. It's in a way kind of a kickstart. This little one, again, there's 3 younger ones. The one standing and the one laying down that are bigger are both around a year old or so. The one that's laying down is about 3 to 6 months old. They stand about 5 or 6 feet tall at birth. That little one is around maybe about 8 feet tall at this point. Pretty cool. Anyway, they are also active all day long. They are eating all day. This might be kind of gross. They will regurgitate and continue chewing food, but still use their long prehensile tongue I talked about earlier with the okapi. One last thing I do want to mention, there are 9 different kinds of giraffe, all live in different geographic areas. So there's here to migrate and travel up to about 1,000 miles, mostly in search of food and water, and totals up to about 1.5 million. It's a massive migration. The white-bearded wildebeest also top speeds 50 miles an hour, which is similar to lions. Fast, but not as fast as people. Under the trees, you can see the horns of some Ankole cattle. The horns reach 4 feet up in the air, but have a honeycomb structure, so they're pretty light. And they have blood vessels in their horns. The circulation of blood helps in thermoregulation. So let's look at the tongue in action. Pretty cool, you can see it grabbing food, that prehensile ability. One thing I just, we have a moment, might as well mention. Talked about this, the antelope, they spar to establish dominance. Could be just dominance, it also could be play fighting, just trying to have some fun. They're not trying to harm each other, that's for sure. Giraffe will do its call. Its fully grown adult male can weigh up about 13,000 pounds, and female about 10,000. That does make them the largest land animals in the world. This is a younger, adolescent elephant, so there's definitely going to be more nearby. We'll keep looking. I do see back in the corner, the big one. Largest monkey in Africa, up to 100 pounds, the most colorful monkey in the world. Right rid of the nose and bottom, partially inspired Rafiki in at least the anime. She is missing her right tusk. The left one is still there. We'll talk about tusks later. But yeah, so we have found part of a herd. The herd is a matriarchal group. It's just the females and their young. They can do in the forest. Males leave typically about 13 or 14, which would be essentially the second longest. Well, anyway, this is a female. The males are born that color, but turn kind of gray as they get bigger. They'll stand up to about 6 feet at the shoulder, weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They're the largest antelope in Africa. They'll also roll around in mud or fling mud on their bodies. That's more so to protect their skin from things like sunburn and insect bites, but that could help with cooling as well. One interesting thing, by the way, one of the things they do out here is study the animals. Through our research, we learned elephants are afraid of honeybees. They actually run from buzzing, which sounds trivial. It's been really helpful in conservation efforts, specifically this one called the Elephant and Bees Project. It's one of the things we've done. We'll talk about that later. But also, elephants are one of the most intelligent animals in the world. The names are misnomers. There's not much color difference. We think white rhino may have come from a word fight in Afrikaans, meaning wide, in reference to their jaw. It's flat and square. That's very different from the pointed lip we talked about the black rhino. So that's our best guess. I don't know the exact age, but somewhere around a year old. It's pretty cool. One other thing I wanted to mention, a group is called a crash. We want to be a little careful, especially around, mom and child, but they can only see forward about 6 to 8 feet. The eyes are on the sides of their heads. So they use their hearing, and their hearing is pretty small typically. They're the fastest land animal in the world. They can go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Incredible sprinters. They can only hold their top speed for about a minute. It can take up to half an hour. It is only about 25%, and taper pays the dream work. It's as simple as that. Anyway, left here, can't really linger because we're on a blind curve, but that's a female ostrich. Males are black feathers, females gray feathers. We're going to see some ostriches back in the 1830s. There were fewer than 20 in the wild. It was basically one small group of them. Anyway, they're going to be inactive up to 20 hours a day, and they don't care for the heat. So, if it were maybe 10 degrees warmer, we wouldn't see them. A pride of lions contains just one adult male because they fight for dominance. The females are the hunters. Males are incredibly surprised when we saw her. On the left here are a couple warthogs. They're a relative of domestic pigs and the largest burrowing animal in the world. And you see one in the burrow there. They have 2 sets of tusks. The bigger upper set for digging, the lower set for protecting water, drink a lot of water, and secrete an oily substance that makes it for waterproof. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of glistening a bit. That's that oily, it doesn't smell nice, that's an oily coating. It does keep them from getting kind of weighed down in water, which is helpful. Anyway, there's those ostrich eggs. Very nutritious, man. They're obviously, as we can tell, absolutely adorable. I should mention these are adults. They are a miniature goat species. This is basically as big as some cat. So they'll stay this cute forever. It's really simple, it's really effective. Pretty cool. I gotta give the warden a call.
So as you can see, they got some of the stuff here in the theater ready to go for the kite show that debuts on October 1st. So they got this little barge right here for one. You can see, actually if you can see all the way over there, you can see they got some sort of kites hanging there. I'm assuming that's obviously decoration, but I guess also just spread the word. The kite show is coming soon, October 1st, day of the 50th. Be there or be square. So here we have a little bit of a close-up view of those kites I showed from across the way. It's a little windy right now, so you can't sort of see them, but we got Rafiki, Simba, I believe that looks like older Simba, could be Mufasa. And we got Zazu. Looks like obviously we're gonna have characters from the Jungle Book here. And then over in the corner here we got Crush and Squirt. Oh, we think we might have found a winning kite right here. Can't see because it's moving a little bit, but you can see there's a Pua kite right there with a little hey attached to the bottom there. So Hopefully,
I have it.
hopefully there'll be a kite in the show that's like that. And then over here we got
Miko.
Miko from Pocahontas as well. So, should be a cute show. Looking forward to seeing it when it comes out
Excited.
October 1st.
10 more days.
Oh, look. We got Launchpad, Donald, and Daisy heading back from their trip around the lagoon. Alright, here we are at Expedition Everest, getting ready to go on. As you can see, just like Safari, we got a 15-minute wait, so shouldn't be too bad. Let's see if we can find the Yeti and escape from him. Close out the day, we found out here by the Tree of Life.
Yeah.
We got some of the 50th anniversary statues here. And right here we got Simba, Timon and Pumbaa with the little 50 emblems down there at the bottom. They even got spotlights on them here, so of course I bet they probably look good at night.
Oh, I bet they do look good at night.
And then over here, we got Nemo and Dory. Looking very happy. And then to close it out, we got Bambi and Thumper here. The infamous two that gave us a line calling that butterfly a flower, which, as we all know, it's not the case. Alright, there you have it, adventurers. That was our day here at Animal Kingdom. Went on a couple of rides, had that delicious spaghetti and meatball cupcake. We got some 50th anniversary merch as well.
I got new ears.
Oh, yep, we didn't film them, but Jen got the popcorn ears that they have, with the ears literally smelling like popcorn. So if you see those apparently are a hot commodity, because at one point there was only one left in one store we went to, so now there are multiple, so they go quick. So if you see them, pick them up.
Yeah.
But until then, join us on our next adventure. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to click that like button, comment on other places where you would like us to go, or if you like this video, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, be sure to tell your friends all about us if you enjoyed these videos, and let them join in on the adventure. Also, be sure to follow our Instagram page as well. If we can't post any videos or anything, we always try and strive to put a picture up there, so at least you guys know and can see what we're doing when we're not on camera here. So hope you enjoyed this adventure, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.